I never thought I'd be the one writing a story like this. But betrayal has a way of demanding honesty, especially when it slices deep enough to strip away denial. My name is Daniel. I'm 39. Until not long ago, I believed I'd build a life with someone who would never walk away from me. Her name was Emily. We'd been married 12 years. From the outside, we looked steady, ordinary but content. We laughed often, argued sometimes, split responsibilities, planned vacations. It wasn't a fairy tale, but it felt solid, or so I thought. The unraveling began quietly. Small things, too subtle to accuse, too sharp to ignore. She'd glance at her phone mid-dinner, pretending it was nothing. She started staying late at work, her explanations vague, her tone rehearsed. There was a new perfume lingering on her coat, something unfamiliar, something she never wore around me. I brushed it off, convincing myself I was being paranoid. We had history, trust, a home built together. Why would she jeopardize that? But once suspicion takes root, it doesn't fade. It grows. It consumes. The moment that broke me came on a deceptively normal afternoon. I'd taken a surprise day off and stopped by the small cafe downtown, the one we used to visit on lazy weekends. I thought I'd surprise her, maybe bring her favorite latte. But when I walked in, my world stopped. She was there, sitting in the corner booth, laughing across the table from a man I didn't know. Their bodies leaned close, their smiles too intimate. Then I saw her reach across and touch his hand, soft and familiar, the kind of touch that used to belong only to me. That single gesture hit harder than any argument, any confession ever could. She didn't see me standing there. My heart hammered in my chest, my throat dry, my body frozen in disbelief. For the first time in 12 years, I felt invisible. I could have confronted her then, made a scene, demanded answers. But I didn't want theatrics. I didn't want her lies rehearsed between sips of coffee. I wanted truth, and I wanted it on my terms. That night, I sat at our kitchen table alone, a blank sheet of paper in front of me. No paragraphs of anger, no dramatic outpouring. Just one line, "Don't come home." I placed a note neatly on her pillow, packed a small bag with the essentials, and left. No tears, no shouting, just a strange, cold calm, as if the storm had already passed and all that remained were the ruins. Driving to a cheap motel on the outskirts of town, I replayed our life. Every moment I trusted her completely. The dinners I'd cooked, the nights we'd stayed up talking, the promises whispered in half-sleep. All of it tainted by a smile across a cafe table with a man whose name I didn't even know. And yet, beneath the heartbreak, I felt relieved. For months, something had been slipping away between us. Now I finally knew why. The guessing was over. The pain had a name. By morning, the calls began. Hesitant at first, then frantic. "Where are you? Why did you leave? Please, talk to me." I ignored them. Explanations are just softer lies dressed in desperation. 2 days later, she showed up at the motel, tear-streaked, trembling, eyes swollen. She looked smaller, fragile, her perfect composure gone. "Daniel, please," she whispered. "You don't understand. It's not what it looked like." But it was. It was exactly what it looked like. I let her in, not to forgive, not to listen, but to see if there was a shred of honesty left in her. She sat on the edge of the bed, twisting her hands, spinning a story about a coworker, a project, a misunderstanding. Her voice cracked in rehearsed sorrow. But betrayal isn't just physical. It's emotional. And I'd seen her eyes in that cafe, soft, alive, connected. That wasn't work. That was intimacy. "Stop lying," I said quietly. "You don't touch a coworker like that. You don't look at them like they're your whole world." She broke down then, sobbing, pleading. "I made a mistake," she cried, "but I still love you. Please, don't throw away 12 years. I stepped back. "You threw it away the moment you gave someone else what used to be ours. You didn't just betray me, Emily. You erased us." The silence after that felt final. She offered therapy, forgiveness, anything to undo what she'd done. But I was already gone. Something in me had shifted beyond repair. That night, when she walked out of that motel room. She took the last remains of our marriage with her. The weeks that followed blurred. Lawyers, paperwork, awkward conversations with family and friends. Some told me to forgive. Others said I was right to leave. None of it mattered. For the first time in years, I wasn't questioning myself. The doubt, the quiet ache of never feeling enough, it was gone. Betrayal had burned everything false to the ground. Weeks later, I returned to the cafe. I sat in the same booth where I'd watched my marriage die. The seat across from me was empty. And for the first time, that emptiness didn't hurt. It felt clean, honest. Emily called a few times after that. Her messages swung from sorrow to anger to silence. I never replied. I had no words left for her. No hate, no love, just peace. Because betrayal doesn't just end something. It rebuilds you. It forces you to choose who you become when everything familiar is gone. I chose truth over comfort, peace over chaos. And that single line, "Don't come home," wasn't just the end of marriage. It was the beginning of getting myself back.